Yo, what's up everyone? It is the second episode of Weekend Review. That's episode 2. Now listen, it's a hectic day. We're going over to Central Park. We gotta film the trailer for our YouTube channel. And basically that's just gonna describe what our YouTube channel is all about, what Dubseed's all about, what the STEM format is all about. So stay tuned for that. Additionally, we've got this interview hooked up with this electronic duo that has been a big influence to me for quite some time. One of the first electronic groups that I was very big into. It's gonna be a good day. Let's make our way to Central Park right now. Alright dudes, just wrapped up filming that trailer. Gonna make my way over to this hotel for the interview. Last week we left off on part 2 of a 3-part story about how Dubseed came to be. The last thing we talked about is how a very large group called Native Instruments hopped into a similar space to us, and I kind of wanted to go into more detail about what we were doing at the time and what Native Instruments' big announcement was all about. So, at the time of Native Instruments' announcement, Dubseed was a marketplace for stems. So what stems are, and I'll try to explain this in the most simple terms possible, but basically if you think of a song is made up of multiple different layers of like sound effects and instruments. The drums, the snare drum, the kick drum, the hats, the synthesizer, the vocals, the guitar. Tons and tons of different instruments, right? And so what Dubseed was doing at the time is we were selling these stems to other producers and DJs to be able to like very easily remix or recreate the music. So for example, my nose is dripping. So for example, imagine if a producer wanted to remix another producer's track, they just want to have those vocal samples as means of like taking something from the original track and adding it to something new. That is very easy to do with the help of stems, right? And so that's what Dubseed was doing at the time. Native Instruments comes along and they make this announcement that they're coming out with something called the stem file. And the stem file is a very similar idea, but instead of having multiple stems, there's only 4 stems and they're all contained within one file. So one stem file could contain the vocals, the bass, the synth, and the drums. It just made stems much more accessible. You know, for DJs, they could take this stem file, put it in a deck, and now have the opportunity to control each of those 4 elements as opposed to just one track mixed to another track. Now DJs could mix 3 different stems from 3 different tracks together. It's cool for producers because now they have one file that they can transfer to another producer if they want someone to remix their track. Native Instruments announcing the stem file was a big move, and the timing with what we were doing was just a crazy coincidence. My initial reaction following Native Instruments' stem announcement was just, this sucks, fuck. I immediately assumed that Native Instruments, who are most known for making DJ and production hardware and software, are now going to open up a marketplace exclusively devoted to selling stems. Alright dudes, just got to the hotel. We're going to hop in and do this interview. I probably won't show too much of it in the vlog. I'll save it for something more official on the Dubseed YouTube channel. But for now, let's head inside and meet with Mastercraft.
Hi, we're Mastercraft, and
it's Dubseed.com.
Dubseed? Dubseed or seed?
Dubseed.
Dubseed. Okay, here we go. D-U-B-S-E-E-D.
Yeah.
Hey, hi. This is Mastercraft. Okay, one more time. Hi, we're Mastercraft, and you're watching Dubseed.com.
Wow, you guys are professionals. This is awesome. Excellent.
Later.
It is genuinely crazy that I just got to interview Mastercraft. I remember when I first got into DJing and I first decided to get 2 decks, 2 vinyl turntables. The first record I bought was Fist of God by Mastercraft. And this is 6-7 years ago. I remember listening to that record and just thinking like, these dudes must be from another planet. And talking to them now, they cannot be more human. And it's just like a really humbling experience knowing that these dudes are like any other people around us. I'm gonna edit this interview when I get a chance and hopefully post it sometime next week. All right, dudes. I got really distracted and now I'm really lost. My phone's at 1% and I don't want to use maps so I can listen to music. Probably just ask someone to walk around till I find the subway. I just asked this lady for directions. I said, "Excuse me, miss, do you know where the L is?" And she said, "Oh, the L's around the corner." If that lady is watching the vlog, you sent me in the wrong direction, you old goose. We're going home, troops. Alright dudes, I'm gonna continue where we left off the story. Basically, Native Instruments had made their announcement. They had this massive stem format that they were coming out with. And I was waiting to hear if they were gonna follow up and have a marketplace that would supplement the stem format. A few weeks went by and there was no word about Native Instruments doing anything aside from creating this format. So I figured, why don't I try to get a hold of Native Instruments and just talk to them about what I'm doing, let them know I'm in a similar space, and ask if they're thinking about creating a marketplace devoted to selling the stem format. And finally, after a lot of trying, I got a hold of a dude named Ronnie. I got an email from him basically just saying, "Sure dude, let's hop on a call, we could chat." Finally the day came, I hopped on Skype, and within the first few minutes I flat out asked him, I said, "Are you guys planning on creating a marketplace that's gonna sell the stem format?" And he said no. And in that moment, what I had been dreading as a huge disappointment for the past few weeks quickly changed into a huge opportunity. All right, dudes, finally made it home, plugged the phone in, good save. About to head out to a party with the roommate Devin. We're going to a little function being put on by Symphonic. I'll tell you about them later. For now, gonna change, gonna head out. Ba-boom. Yeah. Dev, where are we headed right now? We're going to an event.
The art of rap.
The art of rap.
The art of rap.
And we're just gonna go check it out and have a good time. We just showed up to the party.
It's bumping.
It's bumping.
It's bumping. Got back from this dope party hosted by Symphonic. We're cruising around the streets. We don't have a plan, but I think we're just gonna like summon a little adventure.
I'm with a new friend of mine.
Hello.
His name is
Mr. Headley, like your head, L-E-E, like Bruce Lee. So I do tarot readings. I can give you a 3-card spread real quick.
3-card spread! Let me get into a flow.
With your left hand, I want you to choose 1 card. So that's your past.
Okay.
Well, your present.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
And the future.
What does this mean?
Virtue. But you pulled it upside down, so the inverse of virtue is vice. Have you considered working for Vice?
It was a pleasure meeting you, man.
Indeed.
Thank you for the experience. This guy was pretty creeping the whole time. He knocked his beer on. Now what?
Get on subway to Calby.
Attention Earthlings, Antenna Man is here.
Alright.
Face the final frontier. I am Antenna Man. Check out my website, my documentary, OpenCityMixtape.com, The Dreamer and a Trailer. This song is called STP.
perfect temperature. We're Brooklyn heroes tonight, guys. Brooklyn heroes.
Can we get a shot together? Do you mind? For the Brooklyn heroes.
Brooklyn heroes tonight.